Howdy, this is Rob, Mistakes in Leather Crafting. So, I built this Ranger belt from pretty much scratch, and as you can see, the two keepers are crooked. I hand stitched them in, and again, it looks easy, but it wasn't for me. Other than that, the belt came out pretty damn good. I put some faux stitching in, I guess. I'm not sure what you call it, but you just take the stitching wheel and just run it along like you're going to make, put stitching in there, but you just run it along for a visual effect. I saw somebody do it. I think it looks pretty nice. Gives it kind of a nice little custom. And here was the tail again. Some of the stitching, just a little bit less than par. I guess I'm learning that the thread really makes a difference. I think this thread's just a little bit too thick for this tail piece. Overall, the stitching came out pretty good, and I'm not one to put 5 or 6 holes in a belt. I think if for me, if I'm changing that drastically, then maybe it's not the belt's problem. Maybe I need to work on something. So anyway, I think 4 at the max for me. I mean, how much you're gonna grow or shrink in a certain amount of time, and if so, give the belt away and make a new one. I don't know what to say. Anyway, this is an old buckle that I just had laying around. It's a cheapo. I just cut it off an old belt that I had. I've learned a lot about leather and belts. So here's some of the back stitching. Again, not very pretty, but as you can see, the back stitching is not as important. But mistakes in leather crafting, it just doesn't look very good. And again, here's the back stitching on the other side of that belt. And again, I think the thread is too thick for this purpose. And you can see right there that I back stitched a couple, and maybe I didn't need to. Other than that, like I say, the belt came out pretty good. Which these Ranger belts, or this Ranger style, I'm not sure what it is definitely a little more complicated than a regular buckle belt with just just one keeper and a buckle. That's a little more straightforward. Anyway, mistakes in leather crafting, Rob.